Tell me when. Tell me when. Oh, that we're on.
Okay, I have to know before we get started. Who am I replacing, Michelle Stafford?
No, you're not replacing
She called me
anyone.
yesterday and was like,
I know,
"Are you in
because
town?"
I wasn't organized. I wasn't organized. And
You're ahead,
it was,
but not organized. How does
yeah,
that work?
well, because I didn't think that one of these fantastic. And by the way, you have to hold this close, right? Am I right?
Right.
No, Rob. Okay, so
I feel more comfortable with it a little bit further away from my mouth, if that's all right, Michelle. Like I said, Em looked like she was struggling with such a large piece in her hand.
I can't respond.
All right. Well, I'll just.
Did you notice my?
It was just.
Do you notice my tiara?
I just happened to notice it. It was just. Yeah, the Kings. Okay. So as everybody can see, I'm wearing my Montreal Canadiens, or as we like to call them, Habs.
What
is a Hab?
Please, somebody explain that to me a while ago.
Habitant. It's the locals. You know, like they're the local team. Habitant.
Okay.
Like the inhabitants.
Inhabitants. Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. And you're Montreal, but you're English Montreal. You're not French, right?
My dad's pure Quebec.
Oh,
My dad's
okay.
from Quebec City.
All right. So beautiful.
So I grew up actually speaking French, and then.
Did you grow up in Quebec?
Yeah. No, Montreal.
In Montreal.
Yeah. Okay. But it was all we're up my area outside of Montreal. I grew up in a small town called Mont Saint Hilaire on the South Shore, and it was all French. But my mother sent me to an English school, so the French.
Was that hard? Did they make fun of you?
No.
Oh,
no.
good.
No. It was actually by the time you get to like the 9th grade, I should say the 9th grade. By the time you get to like the 9th grade, actually, it's like when the French start making fun of you. For the record, I always thought the whole thing is so stupid, but
to fight in general.
Well, yeah, I mean, because. Kids say stupid things. Kids say stupid things, and they have, they get their ideas from, their parents.
Well, I know I had a thing at school because, as you know, I got my own sperm.
Yep.
And had my own children. So there's not a dad.
Well, it's not your own sperm, but you chose the sperm.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. But some kids were like, well, how come you don't have it? How come? And I don't understand and why. And it was kind of.
But was she prepared though to just be like, hey, this is the way it is?
I did. I was very forthcoming and honest, and she knows who it is.
Before she got asked.
She knows who it is. She knows.
Yeah, no, but
what's going on.
Before she got asked or teased by the kids, did she know?
Yes.
So she was like, yeah, what's the big deal?
She was actually,
see,
but
cool.
she dealt with it.
If you own up to it, it's so much easier.
Yeah, she was so sophisticated about it, which made me think, oh, this is being asked of her a lot. And then I'd be there, and they go, how come? And I'd be like, yo,
here's
you
the
guys
thing:
need
they're gonna stop teasing her if she owns up to it.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Yes, but that wasn't the point of my story. The point of my story was that, like nobody was doing anything about it, and so I had to go to the teacher. I said, it's kind of uncool, and they didn't really get it. Like, oh, well, it's natural that, and I said, listen,
right?
There's kind of. I want to say like a little girl in her class with a larger body, okay? And if that girl was teased, if some little kids were being mean and calling her, then they would stop it right away.
Right.
But they weren't stopping that with, and it was kind of ill-intended
maybe
by
they
the other
don't
children.
Maybe the teachers don't understand.
Well, I explained it to them.
Yeah.
And then they got it. They're like, got it. So I think that. The parents just come in and they say, hey, this is happening with my kid. That's uncool. But do you think enough parents are doing that? I always love to ask parenting advice from someone who
doesn't have parents. Yeah.
No,
do you think it's cool? Do you think it's cool for the parents to go into the teachers and maybe enlighten them on something?
Right?
Well, I think parents don't get involved enough, is what I think.
Yeah.
And I think to a lesser extent, but also important. It takes a village, and I don't like this sort of like don't reprimand my child if he does something wrong. That's my job. No, I think I personally, I'm
I agree.
all about like the village.
I agree that
I'm all
Sevier
about the-
agrees, Tovin agrees, and Rob agrees. Everybody's all
I've
five of
never
us are in
understood this thing.
agreement.
Like, the neighbors' parents, or need to step up and say, I don't think your
Need
parents
to
would
spank
appreciate
that child. They need to spank that child.
Yeah, but that's a whole different subject. Kids have the power these days. If you spank me, I'm gonna call the police. I don't know.
I had a kid over here one time, and I was upset at Natalia, and I gave her a little time out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the kid starts screaming at me, saying, "Don't treat my friend like that."
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
Ooh,
and the
man.
mom didn't do anything, right? She just sat there.
Ooh.
You were here for.
Oh, my goodness.
And I went to the kid and I said, "Hey, you don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that, okay?" I didn't get all like jacked and freaky.
Yeah.
I was just
You could just
got
be,
it.
yeah.
I looked him in the eyes,
like-
right in the eyeballs, right in the eyeballs.
Yeah, you can be honest with somebody without like raising your voice or look threatening. You can just be factual and honest and straightforward. And I think children do respond to that.
Of course.
And I think the more prepared children are going into, say, kindergarten, the better they are. I mean, they should know about smoking. They should know about drinking, and they should
sex.
know all those things. Honestly, if you know all that stuff
They
before the
shouldn't
age
know
of
about
6,
that.
well,
Before the age of
they've got to
they
know.
can't know about
they've got
penises before
no, but they've got to know what the boundaries are to their body, right? I mean, I think for
I'll
me,
go with that.
for me, I didn't look. I not a lot of people know this, but my parents got divorced at 6, and my mother went into big depression, and I had to go to a foster home, and I had like a Big Brother, those Big Brother organizations.
Oh, yeah.
Except they didn't screen them at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's
So,
horrible.
and I was living in a foster home, but thank God that I had my mom from 0 to 6.
Yeah.
Because I learned that was the formative years, and I think if you can process everything from 0 to 6, whether you make mistakes at 13 or 14, you're not going to use that as an excuse to keep making those mistakes. I think that those formative years will bring you back to reality, and you're not going to continue to make bad decisions. So, regardless, I know there's a lot of kids in my position that started drinking and abusing themselves, whether with sex or drugs or alcohol. That never happened to me. Like, I just steered clear. Like, I saw all the things that sort of destroyed my parents' life.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to use that as an excuse. So, I mean, people can do that. People can make them, to go, hey, these are the things not to do. There's no reason to follow in those footsteps because you feel sorry for yourself. Like,
Yeah.
But that's important, like 0 to 6, I think. Otherwise, it's a slippery slope, and it's tough to get it back. It really is tough to reel your kid back in if they don't have that.
Right.
And I know that from
I would
experience.
agree. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because they're getting information from everything now.
Well, now for sure.
I mean, they're getting information from areas that it just is like all the wrong people online and kids from school that,
Well, they have a thing.
like you said, parents aren't stepping in anymore. It's like helicopter parenting, and they're not allowed to make their own decisions and their own mistakes. And I mean, they're always there hovering, and God, like a kid can't even, learn.
I agree with you.
Yeah. All right, let's change the subject.
This is my show.
Okay, well, I
you're-
just want to know one question though. I want to know, like, are you a Dave Taylor? Like, would you put a Dave Taylor sweater on?
Yes, of course I would.
Or would you put a Gretzky sweater on?
Dave Taylor.
Okay.
Even though Gretzky is Gretzky, right? Now listen, we're going back to the other thing, but
Yeah.
you have my G spot right now
Okay. I hear you.
with hockey.
I'm picking it up. See, I put it down. She picks it up. That's how it works.
No, I'm gonna go back to the other thing.
All right.
My mind's like a steel trap. Steel trap. Dave Taylor, because I started going to the games at the Forum, gold, purple, and gold, and it was
Love those unis.
sweaters. And it was the Triple Crown line. You're familiar with Maurice Bernard, Charlie Simmer,
Simmer, yeah.
and Dave Taylor was a Triple Crown line. and Maurice Bernard.
Yeah, I'm like, who's Maurice Bernard? I was like, okay, I know the first two. I'm like racking my brain. That's
Marcel Dion.
I was gonna like Marcel Dion.
Why? How could I do that? Was like
He could have
blasphemy.
signed here, Marcel Dion.
Even though Maurice is rad, but he just
he could have
doesn't
signed with Montreal.
play hockey.
Marcel Dion was drafted by the Kings. Montreal offered him $200,000, and the Kings offered him $300,000, and he gave those guys everything he had.
He was amazing.
He was amazing
And loved. So loved.
Yeah.
So loved. Still. And I have the kennel cough.
Oh.
I still have the kennel cough because I had pneumonia recently.
Hey, Chihuahua.
And I still have the kennel cough. But I'm
you
not
know,
contagious.
Maurice Bernard, I understand. It's an easy. Anybody could make that mistake.
Anyone could
Anybody
think that
could have made
Marcel
that
Dion
mistake.
is Maurice Bernard.
Anybody
could go, yeah, Maurice, he's a hockey player.
Anybody could have done that.
Oh my God, I have Maurice Bernard on the
I
brain.
don't even think he could like stand for 3 seconds on skates.
Oh no, he's very athletic. I'm Maurice.
Yeah,
Bernard
but
on the
skates is a
brain.
different thing. Putting on skates is a whole. I don't care
It's a
how.
whole different thing. I know.
All right,
I know.
go.
So anyway, no, Dave Taylor. Although
God, I really did hit that sweet spot right there.
I did. Our seats were right behind the visitors' bench,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to scream, "Gretzky sucks" when Edmonton would come. Right?
Oh my God, you're one of those.
Gretzky sucks. And
I always
scream.
wonder
In
whose
fact-
parents,
In fact,
like-
John McEnroe one time was sitting in front of me, and I even annoyed John McEnroe.
Oh my.
That's saying something.
Did you say, how does it feel, John?
Exactly. Hey. So and then he came to LA, and me, along with so many other people, had to now love him. But I did, in fact, love him because it's not what he did for LA, it's what he did for hockey in the States, as you know. And he is a god.
If only he had a piece of that expansion pie.
I know, right?
Because he helped with that.
Oh, he was all of it.
Instrumental.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. That's the reason that anybody even knows what hockey is. Definitely in
Southern
LA.
States, I mean,
but in
my
Phoenix,
God, the Bible Belt.
In Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sun
And
States.
they get huge crowds. Nashville gets huge crowds. They're big, they're big
I don't know
sports
about
team.
Phoenix.
They do. Phoenix, well,
They
as far
almost
as I
lost
know.
their franchise like 12 years in a row.
So sad.
All right.
So sad. Okay, listen, let's go
Yeah,
back.
let's go back.
So can I ask you, how long were you in a foster home?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Yeah. I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember like a lot of those years. Like I didn't even think I saw my mother during that time. And she was like, "No, I saw you every weekend." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I failed grade 3. Like my mind was not,
Of course not.
attached.
Right.
I just, I had my sports and I played that, and that was like my thing.
I think
that
that's
was my
like
outlet.
It's a great outlet.
Yeah.
It
And
really
I played the straight and narrow, and I had my friends, and I had my sports, and I excelled at that, and that was okay for me. But she went back to school. She went to the University of Illinois, got like a Bachelor of Arts, and which helped her nothing in life. And she went back to school and sort of became an insurance salesman, hated that, and then got into the antique business. And my parents got back together for about 3 years, and she opened up.
That's romantic.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was good for me.
Yeah,
I mean, it was good.
it had to be.
Yeah,
And
because
you
those
were a
are some of my
teenager?
favorite years, right?
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the parents got back together.
You were a teenager then?
I was 12 when they got back together. Yeah. So, 12, right, 1980. So, so that was good. Those were good years. And, then they went their separate ways. And, everybody's got a life. Everybody's got their own pain. Everybody's got their own thing. And,
Yep.
You hope that those people deal with it in the proper way and not feel sorry for themselves because there's somebody always worse off than you are. But that's not to diminish anybody's pain because, like I said, we all have our own pain. And we all have a different mind to deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
everybody has a story.
I've been super lucky, dealing with that stuff.
Didn't you come to the States when you were 19?
Yeah. I finished up my first year of college at Champlain College in Longueuil and moved down to Florida. Kept going to school there. Mm-hmm. And I was delivering pizzas, selling baseball cards on the weekends. And I was always working. I mean, I started working from the age of 12. Before that, I was shoveling snow. That's what you do, to make an extra buck, and cutting grass. And then on the weekends, when my mom got involved in the antique business, I would move furniture for the dealers. So I would make probably like $350 a weekend at the age of 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
That's pretty good money for a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it is.
So I was always like the loaded kid, you know, and everybody wanted to be my friend because they're like, hey, can I work with you on the weekend? I'm like, sure.
Do you think that your earlier years caused you to be that kind of scrapper and working hard and taking care of yourself?
Yeah, because you have to have an outlet. I mean, plus my mom was big on chores. Like my mom was, I was the only kid
who had chores.
that had chores, and we had like an acre of land, and you know, I had to do this and I had to do that, and everything had to be done, and you know, of course, back in the day, you hate it. Now you're like so thankful that you did all those chores because now you've got a work ethic like nobody else, right?
Yeah, totally, and you do.
Oh, thanks, love.
You know, something about Will that I find really charming. My dressing room is right next to yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're like mates.
We are.
We're mates.
Oh, we should build a door like
in that
right underneath.
In
you know how we have those counters?
Yeah.
We should have like
there
a little
should be
doggy
like a
door
trap door.
I know.
Why does it have to be a doggy door? Why can't it just be a human crawling door? A human crawl door.
I was just trying to give it a name, but I've never heard of a human crawling door, so
it's our name.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're next to each other.
We're next to each other, and our walls are super thin at work. Don't you think? They're super thin.
Yeah, but you're not like doing anything that I'm like, oh my God, she's doing that, and I don't think I am either. So
no, I wasn't going there, but I was going with the thing that I find endearing about you is Will watches like Bonanza and the Rockford Files and old shows all day long.
Yeah.
And does it put you at ease?
It does. Yeah, I find comfort in that.
Because I hear like Bonanza, Rockford Files, Bonanza. What's the other
Big
one?
Valley.
Big Valley.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's good comedy.
Yeah.
That's like classic.
Well,
comedy.
I didn't appreciate it, you know, when I was
at the
younger.
time.
But my God, is it so well written?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
totally.
It's
I mean, episodes
brilliant.
of I Love Lucy still hold.
Yeah.
They still hold.
You know.
Because comedy is funny is funny. I mean, it's not like, oh, that used to be funny in the 30s. No, if it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
Right?
And they were much more physical comedians back then as well, too. So
I like to think that we are physical comedians.
you are. I watch your work, and I'm just like, oh my God, she's so funny. And you know what? I've liked what you've done with the character. Like, I know we're not supposed to talk about GH, but I will.
No, it's not that we're not supposed to.
I got to tell you.
But
I mean,
we have to.
I have to throw you like a bone.
Thank you.
Since you're not getting any otherwise.
I love that.
I got to give you some credit though, because you know your character sort of started one place and then went to, but now you found, and I don't know if it's like you going, I gotta get out of here. I've got to get out of where I feel like they put me, or where I agreed to what I agreed to do in the first place is not working for me anymore. But it's so like the comedic timing, and the people that you've been working with are great. Like Bree Williamson.
She's
great. Williams?
Yeah, Williamson.
Yeah, Bree Williamson. I mean, you guys and Molly, like that whole thing that's been airing lately. I say lately because I'm 3 weeks behind. So brilliant. Like, yeah, really good comedic stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
But not
that.
like a comedy show, but just like entertaining, you know, and with a light comedic tone that
Thank you.
really makes it interesting to watch.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to talk about General Hospital because people watching want us to, and I want to give the folks what they want, right? Yeah. First of all, he plays a character named Julian. I'm talking to my bros here. You guys can't see them. He plays a character named Julian Jerome.
Yep. Originally Derek Wells, now
Julian Jerome.
Yep.
Julian, chicks dig him. He's a bad guy. He's a mobster, and he's a bad guy.
And I like to throw my women around.
Yes. Nice. And you really do.
In a
like,
good way,
are
not like in a bad way.
No. He's not raping women.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
just to
he's
flip him around.
But you know
good
what?
way.
That's the thing I liked about Julexis. That's like, you know how they put the names together.
Yeah.
So it's Julian.
The squish name or something.
Yeah, Julian and Alexis turns into Julexis. Mm-hmm. They do that on all shows now.
Yeah.
And So I just really loved it because Alexis, it was almost like she hadn't had this kind of passion in a really long time.
Right.
And Julian came in and they had such passion together, and they were mature adults.
Right.
And they look really great. And because there's that factor, right?
She's really hot, though. I mean,
she's super hot. She's really an intelligent, strong woman on the show, and she is too. But on the show, and it was like something that I had said before is you really brought her to her knees. And I liked watching this woman who had total control of her life just like fall to this guy. I thought it was a really interesting and very true relationship. I thought it was a very true relationship.
To give Michelle more credit.
Thank you.
She came to the show and she knew, all about everybody.
I'd been watching.
And she was like,
I was,
and I'm sure she said nice things to other people. I'm almost sure.
Did not.
But she was very, very kind and gracious to Julexis and their fans. She was really, she's like, you guys have got some good fans.
Oh yeah, really, they're badass. They're very
and
passionate.
You guys are
but like you guys, but like the two characters, they're passionate.
Yeah.
And and this is the thing about audiences, and I've talked about this before in the podcast, but audiences are really smart. They've seen it all. They know when something's bullshit. They know when an actor's phoning it in. They know when an actor doesn't like it, and they also know when an actor's trying to manipulate story, which is fascinating to me.
You mean
like the audience can see what's happening.
I see.
The audience, because they're just so sophisticated, and I think they always were, but we just know it now because there's social media and we communicate more with them. But they know they know when the writers are just trying to make something work and trying to throw something in their face.
Right.
And so you wanna give it to them. Like you wanna give them something truthful, because really at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, we're entertaining folks.
Yeah.
We're not,
and I think
we're
that's
entertaining
what
folks.
I think, sometimes it's not meant to manipulate, lovers of certain characters or couplings. But it is sometimes to just go, let's give them something meaty. We have to give them some good story. Fans might not love it, but, we'll eventually get through it.
Yeah, because the thing that the two of you were playing, that was wild.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You and Nancy. And the two of you were like, okay, this is what we have. Let's go for this. Let's, play this all the way. And I'm watching, and I'm like, but I still see the love between the two of you, and it works.
Right.
It works, and even though
it's
even
there's
though
a major
Julian
conflict, right?
And it's true. It's like what people do.
Yeah,
it's what people do, and also with Julian is he was horrible, right, in this story on paper, right, but the way that you play it is very much like your scenes the other day. It was very much like, oh God, I can't believe what the depths of non-humanity that I've gone to, and I feel really bad about it.
I've tried.
No, but that is you. And but it's not like, oh, the writers didn't put it there and look at how great we are.
No, you have to
the writers.
Well, it's there for the picking if you want.
It's there for the picking,
it's
and
like
the writers
fruit,
put something.
But you can go get it.
No,
if you want it.
But also the writers know that they're like, okay, here's the dialogue. You guys do your thing.
For sure.
It's a team.
Yeah.
And so but what you have, and I'll say the thing that I've said to you before, I'm going to say it now, is that it's fascinating to me because women watching, they will always in a thing where a man and a woman are at odds, they will mostly side with the man. It's really fascinating. If the woman is being unforgiving to the man in the story, and
I was gonna say,
if she's being unforgiving, they'll always be like, give him a chance.
There was a
it's
shift,
really fascinating.
Though, to your point, though,
it's really fascinating.
That doesn't really happen.
It doesn't.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't happen in life, is what Xavier said.
Yeah, no, I think
we're like, fuck him. No, but But I think that because they want to see the love again. I think that's why. Because they just want to see the love. You know, it's hard out there for a pimp. It's hard.
God, that was cheap. Oh,
It's hard out there.
I was like,
So no, but it's hard out there, and we want to see romance and love, and we want to see people happy, and we want to see them break up. We want to see them their heart
do you
hurt.
agree? Do you agree that the payoff?
I agree with anything you say. First of all,
No.
anything.
No, but do you agree that the payoff is much bigger if they've been down to the bottom?
Yes.
And then
Absolutely, it's a
I mean,
whole
you
story.
can't sit in the hot tub for a whole entire year of.
But you can't sit in the hot tub for more than 20 minutes. Isn't that true?
That
Because it's
I
hot.
love that.
Because it's hot.
All right.
From that tub.
Yeah. All right. From now on, I mean, when people start talking to me about story, I'm like, look, you just can't sit in the hot tub for more than 20 minutes.
That's all you
gotta
have to
move
say.
on.
That's all you have to
You
say.
know, this is fair, though. I mean,
It is fair. It is
mean-
fair. And also, I was having a conversation with a married friend of mine, right? A male married friend of mine, and I'm friends with he and his wife, are really tight friends. And I was saying that I notice that many times after women have their children, they'll be like, okay, you're enough of you. Like I kind of, like we
I've
want
read
the
that
sperm.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We want our sperm. We want the sperm.
Very
We
deadly
kind of,
to a relationship, obviously.
sure.
Because
We get our
the
kids.
kids become number one.
yes. And
When there's some school of thought that the man always has to be number one, but
Yeah.
the children like are a close second.
I mean, the man always
well,
wants
if you
to be
don't,
number one.
if the man isn't
And you-
number one, then there might not be a family dynamic.
Exactly.
Within
There's not- see,
within
that's a
5
tough
years.
thing.
There's like no more family.
And listen, easy for me to say, I don't have a husband. Okay, so I understand, and it's hard taking care of the kids.
I've
and
seen
you're
it.
exhausted
I've
all the
seen it.
time, and like you're exhausted all the time, and then it's like.
But
oh,
I
God, a
also
penis.
see. I also
and
see.
I can see that. I don't feel that way because I'm a single gal. So I'm always very inviting of the penis, right? But I found it very interesting that women will be like, I got my kids enough. And I think, yeah, that's
but
a
they
tough
take
one. You
on
can't.
that role. They don't know how to. What's the word I'm looking for? To
Have sex?
No.
Fuck?
Oh God. Okay, this is where we're gonna have to edit. They don't know how to. What's that word called? To
Give?
No, to
Give a
ask for
blowjob?
help. No, to ask for help. To delegate. Jesus
delegate.
Christ. Oh God. Women, I find, don't delegate to their husbands.
Some women.
Some women don't delegate to their husbands to give them, because they think, well, my husband's not going to do it as well as I do. But guess what? He has to learn to be a parent as well. And I think it's important.
It's a very good point.
Very good point.
Very good
I
point.
think that women need to just let go and let their husband. Some women need to let go of the power and delegate and just chill. And I know it's tough to get that babysitter.
Let me tell you, I'm a big fan of delegating.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to come
Not
in
to raise your kid, but you've got to have
and
like
help me with my
you've
children.
Got to have like 5, 6
Some rich
quality
man.
hours.
Yeah.
We've already talked about rich men and private
I'll
islands.
I'll
and
do
farms,
anything.
farms.
Everybody know. We've already discussed it.
Yeah.
We've already I've discussed it in my
I like
podcast.
I like to go to
before.
Michelle, and I like to say things like, so, you got like this billionaire, 90 years old, and he's going to give you like a couple $1,000,000 for just a blowjob. Are you going to do it?
100%.
Without hesitation, I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I would break my
One
neck
blowjob
if
for $2 million? Yeah. And every woman watching would do the same thing. $2 million. Most guys would too.
They're just like,
yeah, no question. No question.
yeah.
He
might-
could be
You
190.
might have to sign like a confidentiality agreement or something.
Really?
Ever. Because I
Yes, horse watching.
But you could go out and buy yourself a really nice car to make yourself feel better
Lord
about
have
it.
mercy.
Like,
Lord have mercy. I would like the camera to see something, okay? Because I really, you know what I'm gonna show. Do you know what I'm gonna show? All right. Can
I
the
really
camera see
oh
this?
God, yeah. Yeah.
See that?
That's been floating around the internet, right?
Oh my God, that's Will and I in 2004. Okay. Now I have something to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we orange?
Well,
We're super orange.
I'm not sure that's not just
I'm
from...
orange. No. The other one is even more orange. The one on the... I'm super orange, and
I
you're
think that's
orange.
just the development.
We're like, we're...
I don't
Well,
put
that's what I
orange
had.
product, so
That's what
like
I had.
just
This
tan.
is giving me a headache.
God, I'm finally figure. It takes a while to figure that out. It's like wearing a tight cap,
I know.
and then before you know it, you're like blood circulation in your brain's cut off.
It's
You're like, oh
right
my god.
there. I hope I don't have a hemorrhage from it. Okay, listen. We're Oompa Loompas without the spray tan. That's
yeah,
what we are.
I don't know what's going on there.
I'm gonna say something. Both of us look better now, and that was 2004. 12 years ago.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna go on record to say
that. Okay,
both
that's
of
a good
us
point. Let's
look better now.
let's carry that ball, okay?
12
Because I
years
think
later.
women, for me, get better with age, better
think so,
looking,
too.
and I think this whole thing like Botox and tucks and pulls, that's where you start to get ugly again. I think that men or women, men too. I mean,
Men
a lot
too.
of men. But I think women,
There's nothing worse than a really Botoxed man.
I think they need
Right?
to accept
Oh,
aging. Not everybody gets to age. You should be grateful that you get to age.
yeah.
And
Some people die.
so
Exactly.
what the freak do people like? You don't need to do all this stuff to you. You don't look natural anymore. Everybody
Do you think
knows
that
you're
those-
not
I
20.
have a thing with those people.
I mean,
I have a
somebody
thing
that
like,
takes that,
where their friends,
accepts their aging.
Where their friends
Oh.
going.
Something sexy about that.
What?
There's something-
Take your age. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
to accept your age and go with it and
I
own
don't- yeah.
up to it. That's
yeah,
really
I mean,
sexy.
it is what it is. What are you
I'm
gonna
actually
do?
very concerned with women that are trying to be younger. Like, it concerns me. I wonder. It's like, same thing with men. Like, why are you going out? You're 50. Why are you going out with a 19-year-old? That concerns me. It does. And then,
Yeah.
you know,
That's 30. That's 30 years.
do you really think she's going to stay with you for longer than 2 years? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I
This
think
trading down thing, right?
like
Is that what
in-
it's called, or trading up? What do you call it? Like, if you keep going younger as you get older and you keep trading.
I think it's trading up. I think people consider it trading up.
I call it trading down.
You know, do you remember Moonstruck?
Yeah.
Okay, remember Olympia Dukakis kept on saying, why do men cheat? Why do men cheat?
Right.
And then the other great actor, shit, I forget his name. He said, I don't know, maybe we're afraid to die. And she went, that's it. And I do think there's so much to it. John Patrick Shanley, who is my favorite playwright. He's fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
He responded to one of my tweets one time, and I was like,
He's good about that, though.
I was frozen.
He's good about that. Yeah.
He's a genius.
I've heard that he does respond.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks. Just burst my bubble right there. That was really important. It's been a
John
horrible day
Patrick's-
for me. Honey, my God. Oh.
More kings. Are you wearing your $170 bra right now?
No.
Oh.
So I'm gonna get a lot of comments on that. Like, there are people starving, and you had the gall to buy a bra for $170.
Well, you know,
That you're right.
you can still
bought
buy
anything
something
for
for
myself in
yourself
years.
and do things for other people.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and that's what I do.
true.
And that's what I do. Okay. Thank you, Sev.
What? I said it.
I agree. Listen, and I think that's what that is about with the Botox and the men dating women who are really young and men doing Botox and penile and the Viagra and stuff like that.
I haven't
think,
gone there yet.
Like, I think that when, as a man,
I'm
because
sorry.
everything is about your penis, and it's all this weird stuff is wrapped.
Take
up in
care of
penis.
yourself.
I
Eat
think,
well.
Eat well, but
Exercise.
I think that.
Let's talk about that in a minute.
But okay, in a minute.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about Botox in men.
I think people, it's really this innate fear of dying. And it keeps people feeling like, okay, I'm younger. Good, everything's good, I'm younger. That's my opinion. Let's talk about exercise. That should be like a fast.
Well, I find it funny that I'm watching these parties on TV.
Haha.
Well, no, not haha at all. Because I'm watching, the parties, the left and the right parties,
Oh God.
Now, there's one party in particular that's very
we're
concerned.
getting very close to this election. The zombie apocalypse that we're talking about
You've
now.
got to get inspired. You've got
Yeah.
to find a way to inspire yourself to work out.
Yeah.
Whether it's women, whether it's because that's your job and you take off your shirt every day for TV.
You know, all you need to do really is just start by walking around the block. You just it's valid. And that's what I tell people, because lots of people ask me how I stay in shape, right?
Right.
It's like the most asked question.
But I've seen a lot of moms that don't work out, and I say to them, hey, what's your secret? And they're like, oh my God, I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. That's all I do. I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to exercise, but I'm picking up the kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm very active. And that just, for me, a woman doesn't need to
just walk around the block.
You know.
And it's good for the mind, too. Yeah. It's good for the mind to just get out of your house. But people are busy, and I get it. But we're going to play a game.
It takes 20 minutes, Michelle.
Yeah, it does. It takes
20 minutes, 4 days a week.
Or like even at 15. Start at 15.
Yeah.
And
okay, so I'm sorry.
I like everything you do.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry about anything.
But you've already told me you're going to like delete the whole podcast. So there's like nothing left.
Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing, about 20 minutes.
Why can't we talk about the right and the left?
We can, but I like my podcast to be humorous, relatively humorous.
It is funny,
and I don't find that there's anything humorous about politics. I think it's a very serious subject.
Yeah, but this isn't about you. It's about your audience.
My audience is like this with me now.
Okay. I want this to air. I want this
talk
to
about-
air,
do you
and
wanna
I want
talk about
feedback.
politics?
Okay, what's your game, Michelle?
All right, I have a game. It's so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. All right. Usually I have a name to the game, but I don't, okay? Actually, I'm going to make up the name now. What is this?
Okay. All right. What is this?
I'm going to ask you, what is this? Okay.
What is this?
Those are phone nuts, by the way. Phone nuts. Phone nuts. Not donuts. They're called phone nuts. Oh, this is I'm supporting local.
I just want to point something out.
That's a sandwich. This is a sandwich. That's a salad.
This is a phone.
Phone nut is a donut that hasn't been fried. It's a baked donut. It's basically cake.
All right.
Not basically. It's cake.
Okay.
It's cake. All right.
I'm
So.
afraid to know what this is.
No.
It looks like a really small penis, like pump.
What is it? What is it? I want you to guess.
Well, it's a nipple. This
No, just like
penis or nipple, but
that.
I feel sorry for the guy.
Just,
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Nose. It's.
no. No.
Is it for cleaning out your nostrils? Like,
Good.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my good.
Like
okay.
it's supposed to get rid
This
of
is
the
what it
bags in
is.
the
You
ears.
want to see it? You want to see how it works? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here I do this. It's for my baby. Okay. This is the greatest product. It's the greatest product in the world, by the way.
Okay.
And so, you know, the aspirator, all you chicks out there, you do the and you try, and your kid is like, ah. This one, they don't see it coming. It's awesome. Until you do it too many times, and then they see this coming, and they're like, oh, that thing. But it's easier to get the boogers out, okay? So we're going to do it with Will.
No, we're not.
No, I'm just going to try.
We're not sticking that up my nose. What? I don't.
Wait, I want you to feel it.
Did you ever try to stick like a pill down a
go like
dog's
that.
mouth?
Oh, God, it's the worst. It's the same with a baby. Wait, just do it. I want you to feel it. Wait.
I don't want to feel it.
You don't? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I stick that in your nose,
yeah.
and I go like this.
get
And I go, well, watch.
I don't need a demonstration. I get it. Yeah, no,
It's awesome. That's what this is.
Think I'm
Good
like
for you.
great.
Good for you.
No, I have to explain you how it works. Not only must I explain it to you, I must demonstrate.
Listen, I thought that you'd think it was fun.
What?
Okay, I was wrong.
Women do that
Where's the other thing? Okay.
That actually can get rid of that, like going. You know how that little pot thing that you put in your nose to get rid of like.
Yeah.
That also is supposed to get rid of bags on your eyes.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right. So listen, we're gonna do now this game, which is, what is it?
Okay.
What is it? What is it? Oh yes, we're already done. This is how quick it goes. No, it goes by like that. We've been talking for 40 minutes. 50. Oh, for fuck's sake, we have to. All right. Okay. Hang on.
nice fringe. What's that called? Fringe underwear? No, it's lace. Lace fringe. Fringe lace.
All right. Okay, I want you to.
Is this more of what is this?
Hey, I want you to figure out how. What is it? What is it? What is this? What is that?
Okay, like it looks like. Okay, well, it looks like your baby can like use it to blast off.
Oh, what is this?
It looks like you put your baby in it, and then she's got controls, and she can blast off.
No, well, it's kind of. I want you to figure out how to put that together. This is your job. You put it together. You figure out how to do that and what it is.
So this goes over the legs. I mean, right?
It goes over the legs.
This is to lock them into a backpack. I mean, somehow. It's not a high seat. It's not a booster seat of some kind.
Is it not?
There's a lot of puke in it, so let's see.
No puke in it.
I don't know. There's something else in there, crusty. There's a lot of crust in here.
There's not crust in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is. I didn't see that. I'm really busy.
What is it?
It's a seat, and you put. Let me show you here.
Okay.
Hold your microphone. Yeah. This is what you do. You put it through here, right? And there they are. You put it through here, and then there's a thing on the bottom that you twist. You twist, and it's like really strongly there. I highly recommend. And this is now your child can eat at the table with you. Oh, no, this isn't going anywhere. Then I just grab him and I go into the doorway. He's the only one. Yeah. Exactly. All of us. Like, things are falling on us. Will Devry, I kind of think you're great.
Thank you.
And this went by really quick.
We get along really well.
Yeah, we do. I think that you're chewy.
Actually,
I think you're chewy.
To finish it, oh, that's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good
It's true. We see you.
Thank you.
And so does the audience.
Understand you, Will. I'm just
All
like,
right, that's
just
it.
Ask. Just ask.
That's it.
Okay, God, like this.